Last week, we left you fine folks after a little bit of drift diving. This week, we pick up just hours later after a terrible, very rough, very
sleepless.
Yeah, but it was absolutely beautiful. The houses on the shoreline were all lit up here, and the best way to overcome a very rough anchorage is to get a different anchorage.
Yeah.
But the second best way to overcome a rough anchorage is to get some sails up.
Leave it and get sails up, yeah.
Absolutely. So, off we went. The first several hours, we had a great sail. But with the sunrise, we could see that there were some pretty ugly, dark clouds trying to chase us down.
Yeah.
Luckily, they didn't really amount to much.
No.
But they did steal what little bit of wind we had left at that point. So that forced us to motor. Yeah. And I mean motor. There was nothing. Sails were flogging. We took them down and just motored.
Yeah.
But it did turn out to be quite a nice day.
Yeah, it's nice.
As we approached the point where the very northern part of the Bahamas was abeam of us, there was a marked increase in heavy traffic for a while. But it was such a beautiful day, we all just relaxed and enjoyed the chill motoring along in almost no wind. We find that one of the hardest parts about being sailors is that it takes absolutely forever to actually get to land once it's been spotted. Lucky for us, today SpaceX provided a little entertainment.
See the rocket taking off live. Whether this video is actually live or not is the real question. Should be like over here somewhere. Canaveral is that way. I'm pretty sure we're too far to see anything, but Look for like a white trail, like what planes leave, but bigger, going straight up. See that white streak right there?
Yeah.
That's it right there.
Yeah, I can see it. How long does it take for it to get to space?
A few minutes.
Jeez.
Not so long after that cool show, it was time to take care of our Q flag, and the wind was just starting to think about filling in. Like, not much, but just a little bit.
Duckily.
And then, just as we were approaching the Fort Pierce Inlet, we had to make a jibe, and we hopefully should be able to sail all the way in the inlet.
So that is going to start here right away. All right, hold this.
But of course, due to precise planning on my part, we did manage to arrive near peak ebb flow, which is no joke in Fort Pierce, so it was a really good thing we had the motor on as well. That was a pretty cool feeling, motor sailing in the inlets. Our friends on another summer that we met on Manjack are anchored very nearby, and they invited us over for dinner. We initially said no because we were really tired, but they said we had to, so we went over and we met some of their friends that are now very good friends of ours, and we had a fantastic dinner. It was sort of interrupted by the fact that our boat tried to run into their boat. You can't see it in this time lapse, but just at the end here, just out of frame on the right hand side as the tide changed, the boats got very close to each other, and Kim and I had to jump on and move our boat over to a different anchorage.
Welcome We are in Fort Pierce, Florida.
Yep.
We crossed back from the Bahamas yesterday, and it was pretty smooth sailing.
Uneventful.
We are now back in the United States of America, and we checked into using the CBP Roam app. We checked in, and we are
We were approved.
approved.
It was
is the word
off.
I was looking for. Thank you.
Yeah.
But we made one small mistake on the application, and we forgot to take our old U.S. cruising permit number out of the application before we submitted for
Entry.
this time. So unfortunately, that didn't red flag anything, didn't do anything, didn't cause any grief at all until today. When we were talking about it last night, it was like, well, there was nothing about a cruising permit in there, and we called, and they said, I don't know, I'll call back in the morning.
Yeah.
So now we've called back in the morning, and it turns out because of that tiny mistake, so that's why we're telling you, so that you don't make the mistake yourself. If you happen to be Canadian or a Canadian flagged vessel with Canadians aboard, and you use the CBP Roam to check back into the United States after more than a 15-day
After relinquishing
period
your
and
cruising
relinquishing
permit.
your previous cruising permit, make sure that you don't forget to take the old cruising permit number out of the app, because there's no way to fix it except for us to visit the airport in person
Yeah.
with all our boat registration documents and all the other things. So we're gonna get off to the airport.
Yeah. Also, like, I've said it a couple times now that I'm really glad that we did the work to get the clearance
Oh yes,
out
right.
from the Bahamas,
That was the
because
other part.
he said that on the phone like 3 or 4 times. Bring that
Yeah.
and your boat registration with you. Bring that and your boat
Yeah.
registration with you.
So like I said the other day when we were talking about it, maybe it might have been last episode now, we've read online several times now that Fort Pierce seems to be excessively sticky at needing to see exit paperwork to unequivocally prove that you have been out of the country for more than 15 days.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like that's as big a deal in other places to check in. This is where we chose to come to.
Yeah.
So we have all that paperwork. It was $81 to get it for 2 pieces of paper, but
We needed it.
it turns out we definitely needed it. I suspect maybe we could have got away without having it if we hadn't forgotten to take the number out of the app and it went
Yeah.
through then. I suspect there's a chance we might not have needed it then, but we cannot
You don't
confirm
know.
that. We can confirm that he said multiple times that he for sure needs that piece of paper.
Yeah.
So,
So we have it.
yes.
I'm sure there's lots of people that don't and are like, what?
Exactly.
So, yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna go get an Uber or Lyft or whatever and get to the airport.
Yep. We'll dig you over to the dinghy dock and, yeah.
Try to figure out how to get to customs at an international airport without flying anywhere.
Yes,
'Cause
exactly.
I don't know
If we
how.
don't check back in 6 hours, we have accidentally flown somewhere. So please, rescue us or something. Anyway, let's get off to the airport.
We just got back from the Bahamas yesterday where the water is quite warm, so we've been spoiled. We're back in the boat. We had a successful visit to CBP. He gave us our cruising license, just wanted Matt's passport to go with it. And again, thank goodness we had that clearance paperwork from the Bahamas because he needed it. And I don't think that there would have been an exception. Not that he was grumpy, he just was by the book. So I don't think that he would have let us slide through without it. So anyway, we got a cruising permit for a year to be in the States again. So good trip. Woohoo!
Alright, I don't know if you can hear me or not, beauties of being back in the United States of America is that we could Instacart some food again. So that's what we did. But the notification that they were on their way was very, very short. So now we're racing over to the dock and hoping they don't leave with our food.
Bye. And just like that, we're done.
Groceries acquired.
Oh, right, like curbside, basically, from the dinghy.
Yeah, the dock is like right there.
Yeah, easy peasy. And yeah,
All right, now back to the boat with all the grub.
Matt didn't even have to wear shoes.
Yeah, no shoes for this guy.
With that accomplished, it was time to go on an adventure and spend some time on the beach. This little island in Fort Pierce is a pretty cool spot. I was fixing to tow the girls around and check out every single beach, but I got too deep, so I had to jump in the dinghy and motor instead. But we did find the best spot on the island.
Beach!
It's funny, we live on a sailboat, and I still think this guy looks like he's having a great time.
Welcome to Aria's beach/water adventure. To start off, this beautiful tree right here. And I'm going to show you how I balance beam across it. Let's go! And that's how you do it. Let's keep moving. Ooh, this is cool. There's a little bush cove back in here. Wait, somebody had something on the beach. Whew, this sand's toasty. A little trail. Owie! With some pokey sticks. And then this beautiful bush. I just absolutely love it. It's got very hard leaves. And then heading into the water where my parents are. Ignore them, please. They're just having a conversation. But let's go over here. Let me get my goggles on. You're gonna do the same thing, but you're gonna be in my hands. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, going down. Just so fun. Whew.
What a kid.
Thank you, Aria.
Yes.
With that, we're going to leave you right here for this week. Thank you for joining us. If you didn't get a chance already, please do not hesitate to like, subscribe, share, comment,
all the things.
all of the things. Smash the like button is what I think we're supposed to say. Or crush it or something.
I don't know.
I don't know. Walk the plank with the like button? I don't know. I'm thinking nautical sailoring you. Anyway, thank you for joining us. We want to say thank you, a special thank you to our patrons as well for supporting these episodes and supporting our journey. And we also, of course, really, really want to say an extra special thank you to the names that you are seeing on screen right now for always going the extra mile to make sure that these episodes continue to be made and get better and better. We hope.
Yeah.
We think. Let us know in the comments if they're getting better.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week when things happen that we're not going to tell you about right now. So join us, and you'll find out what they are.
Oh, jeez. Bye.
Bye.